Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honored today to welcome all of you here to this assembly in celebration of Mrs. Peters' career as a teacher and a principal. We have got a beautiful program for you. We would appreciate if you right now put your cell phones off, please, as it will distract the children. Good morning, children. Good morning, parents. Good morning to every invited guest on Mrs. Peters' list. I think the reason why you were invited to share this assembly is because you are special in her life. We are going to start the program with a choir doing a medley, I Have a Dream, Save Time in a Bottle, and Rock Around the Clock.
See the wonder
Can we do the school prayer, please? Normally, this assembly is called In Appreciation. This year, we decided to change it, but there's still some thank yous that must be done. So Mrs. Peter will do the necessary now.
Morning, everyone. At this assembly, we always say farewell to the leaving teachers, and this year, sadly, we have to say goodbye to Mrs. Sussman, Mrs. Groenewald, and Mrs. Fairweather. Mrs. Sussman has taught at Parkview Junior for 11 years. Do you know, children, when Mrs. Sussman came to Parkview, she wasn't Mrs. Sussman. She was Miss Musican. She came as a student, and she was a student in Mrs. Davies' class, and then she was appointed as a grade 1 teacher. During her time here, she married, and she now has 2 lovely young daughters. And the grade 1s that she taught have had a wonderful introduction to their school careers, and solid foundations were laid. Her classroom was a place of learning and fun. Thank you, Mrs. Sussman, for your enthusiasm and the care for your young pupils. Mrs. Groenewald has been at Parkview Junior for 9 years now. She came to us from Cavendish Primary, and she's taught grade 3 for the time that she was with us. Since she was part of the grade 3 team, she was an integral part of all the exciting grade 3 activities, like Happy Acres and the grade 3 assembly and party. Her nature is gentle and kind, but her discipline was always firm. She's been involved in sport, and as you can see, Mrs. Groenewald loves singing, and so she's been responsible for all the school singing over the years. In the words of ABBA, Mrs. Groenewald, thank you for the music. Mrs. Fairweather was also a new teacher when she came to Parkview Junior in 2011. She began her teaching career in grade 3, but later moved to grade 1. Her young learners flourished in the caring environment she created for them. She has a calm and gentle manner, but she sets high standards for the children and herself. She too has been involved in the music of the school through teaching the band, and she's helped with swimming and athletics. To the 3 ladies, thank you for your contributions to Parkview Junior. We will miss you, but we wish you every happiness in the future.
Mrs. Peter, before we start with the official program, I just want to say to you, if ever you thought or doubted yourself or how much we appreciate you, I want to use the analogy of a hand. This is the children. This is the parents. This is the staff. This is your family and friends. And not one finger can function properly without the thumb. If the pointer finger wants to pick up something, children, you know you can't. You need the thumb. So when the learners needed you, you supported them. When the parents needed you, you were there. And the staff, you were there. And your family and friends, you were there. And you make the powerful first. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Mrs. Bertha Glotty. She is the chairperson of the governing body for Parkview Junior. Mrs. Glotty.
Good morning, everyone. The day has finally come where we are all jointly here to say thank you and farewell to a wonderful leader and a mother to us all. Where do you start to say thank you to someone who has served 22 years of her life in this institution, that doesn't know how to say well done and give recognition to those that deserve it? Despite it all, you ignored it and were not selfish and gave it all within your ability for the good of education and children within this country. You were focused at all times and you stayed true to the vision of building a holistic foundation for the children of Parkview Junior. You have been a pillar to most, but time has come for you to bow down and say adios. You deserve every moment of resting and recovering. Time has come for you to watch the fruits of your hard labor and pat yourself on the back and say, well done, Felicity. My purpose here has been served. You are going to be missed by all. And this to me brings joy and pleasure, because I don't think you are going to fall under the good riddance category, like some leaders, and I won't mention names. Parkview Junior has benefited fully from your existence in this family, and will still for years to come if we stick to the ethos and vision of this school. I cannot thank you enough without touching a bit from my heritage. I wouldn't have done a good enough job. Please allow me to tap into my creativity. Aw, Nkosazana. Aw, Nqununu. Akuvumi tu ukuba ndithule. Eham. Wena ngwevukazi ethe yafika apha kweli khaya icula ukunyathela. Kodwa ngoku sowujingxele. Usebenzile ntwazana. Hamba ngoku uyokuphumla. Hamba uyokudla ukubila kwebunzi lakho. Usebenzele lo mzi wasemzantsi. Uligorhakazi emagorheni. Usebenzile ntwazana yakwaPita. Go well, go phumula. Halala.
The school will render an item now. now call upon Mrs. Dupree, official from the GDE. Before Mrs. Dupree starts, I just want to tell her, I've given Mrs. Peter a new lesson plan, and it doesn't comply with departmental. It's waking up smiling, Mrs. P. This is your retirement lesson plan. Visit family and friends. No papers to mark, relax. Learn to love without bells. Put your feet up, travel, and it's time to follow your dreams. That's your lesson plan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Peter, girls and boys. I just want to say on behalf of the Education Department, Mrs. Peter has been the most exemplary principal. She was always on time with, and I know sometimes there are extremely difficult deadlines, it's extremely hostile, but she's always there with that smile. And I know her colleague from up the road, and the three of us would be sitting down, and I would say, come, let's sit down, let's have some water, because I know it's tough. You know, as you get to our age, then climbing the stairs and trying to keep up with all the pressures sometimes gets to us. But what I loved most about Mrs. Peter is the fact that she always smiled. She always smiled, and she always had she's always a lady. And I think that's what I love about her. And from a personal point of view, I want to say to you, Mrs. Peter, that have a wonderful retirement. And don't retire from life. You're retiring from education, but please, I'm asking that you go about your life, take every day as if it's a gift. And don't think that you'll wait until the money has grown in the bank. Do the things now. And take care of your health, because that's the most special and the most important facet of your life, of our lives as we reach this time in our lives. And I want to say thank you to the school for giving us Mrs. Peter, because she has been a wonderful icon and a loving and caring principal. And whenever she speaks to me about one of the learners, it has always been, it is my child. Each and every one of you children are the children of Mrs. Peter. And you should really be extremely happy. I'm not going to speak much longer. I just want to say to you, enjoy, ma'am. You deserve it. And I'm sure the footprints that you've left is going to stand the school in wonderful stead. The mettle of a good principal is to have prepared their teachers to be able to take over. You're handing over the baton as far as education is concerned, but don't hand over life's baton, because life is just starting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Dupree. I appreciate your kind words. And I want to thank you and your ladies in the ECD department. We have struggled with some officials from the GDE, but our section has always worked extremely well. You have led us well, Mrs. Dupree. Thank you. To your ladies, yes, we have worked hard, but you've never been impossible. You've treated us kindly and fairly. And you've become like friends to us. And just please tell the rest of the ladies, friends in your life are like pillars on your porch. Sometimes they hold you up, sometimes they lean on you, sometimes it's just enough to know they're standing by. Thank you. I can't believe, children, that I've been going to school First as a child for 12 years, and then as a teacher for 43. How many years is that all together? Who can tell me? Yes? 55. Good heavens. So next year is going to be very different when I haven't got to go to school. I wonder what I'm going to do. But as I come to the end of a 22-year-old association with Parkview Junior, I'm filled with gratitude towards every person who has played a role in the shaping of my life during my time here. What a privilege it has been to work alongside passionate and dedicated teachers who always ensured that high academic standards were maintained and that the children were happy, safe, and self-confident. My grateful thanks go to you, parents, for affording me the opportunity to teach and be in charge over the years of all your children. What fun we've had. One of the strengths of our school has always been our parent community. There's a sense of connection and involvement, celebration of triumphs, and the offer of support in times of difficulty and personal loss. For this, I thank you all. Without the support and encouragement of the governing bodies and the PTAs, as well as our parent body, we wouldn't have had the resources to provide the educational environment that we have become accustomed to at our school. During my time here, with your help, we have built storerooms, the swimming pool, the netball court, the grade R toilets, very important, the aftercare, the new learner support classrooms, admin block, and staff room. None of that would have been possible without you. Extensive work has been done in the garden, and this year the aftercare and the kitchen were refurbished. And I know that at Parkview, nothing ever stands still, so there are plans for the future also. Children, I hope you know how lucky you are to come to a school like Parkview. There are so many children in South Africa today who do not go to a lovely school like this. There are children who go to school where they don't have proper classrooms, where they don't have proper toilets, where they don't have beautiful grounds and playgrounds. You are very lucky to be at Parkview Junior, and your parents have worked very hard to provide a beautiful school for you. Special thanks go to the governing bodies and the PTAs, both past and present, for your selfless availability and commitment to Parkview Junior. To all the Parkview Junior staff, parents, caregivers, and the wonderful children of Parkview, thank you for making my years here so happy. I have been truly blessed. I want to wish you comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunsets to warm your hearts, gentle hugs when spirits sag, friendships to brighten your being, beauty for your eyes to see, confidence for when you doubt, faith so that you can believe, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, and love to complete your life. God bless you all. Thank you.
Good morning. The teachers and learners would also like to show their appreciation and convey their thanks to Mrs. Peter. The grade R learners begin with showing what they think Mrs. Peter likes, and they will sing the song, Catch a Falling Star.
Mrs. Peter loves holidays in the bush. Mrs. Peter loves PBJ, children and treats. Mrs. Peter likes going in a plane to America to see her son. Mrs. Peter loves going on a cruise. Mrs. Peter loves having holidays at the safari. Mrs. Peter loves PBJ.
The grade 1 learners have written thank you notes to Mrs. Peter, and they will sing An Apple for a Teacher.
Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for keeping our school safe and for keeping the school tidy. Thank you for keeping our school in control. I like you because you have a smile. Love from Anthony. Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for taking us children home when we are feeling sick. Thank you for always having a smile on your face. I like you because you are always happy. You are always gentle with us. Love from Isabel. Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for looking after PVJ and organizing everything. Thank you for always caring for us. I love you because you buy toys for us. I will miss you. Love from Mohammed. Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for always reading us stories in the assembly. Thank you for always smiling at me. I love you because you are our principal. I will miss you. Love from Grace. Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for running the school nicely. I love you because of what you've done for us. I will miss you. Love from Finley. Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for being such a wonderful principal and for running such a great school. I love you because you always have a smile on your face. I will miss you. Love from Ishani.
The grade 2 learners have lots of good advice for Mrs. Peter when she retires, and they will sing the song Personality.
Dear Mrs. Peter, thank you for our excursions. My friends and I loved the animals. I loved books and books, and we liked acting in the stories. Thank you for buying us toys for the school. We love them so much. We also love the tuck shop. It's fun when our mothers come. When you retire, why don't you go around the world by ship? There you can swim and read all the books you want to. Why don't you wake up at lunchtime? Why don't you go to America to see your son? Why don't you go far out to a farm with no electricity and sleep? Why don't you go riding in the bush and see the wild animals? I hope you enjoy your time with Mrs. Peter.
Dear Mrs. Peter, here is some relationship advice for you, Mrs. Peter. Next year, I think you should go and visit all your friends. You can go and visit your son in America, and you must go and visit your grandchildren often. You and your friends must go have tea in the mornings. You can go and have dinner with your friends now that you have time. You can come to Parkview Junior and see how we are doing. Enjoy your retirement.
Dear Mrs. Peter, I am so sad that you are going. Thank you for helping us when we were worried. Here is a list of things I think you should do when you retire. Drink gin and tonic. Play snakes and ladders with your grandchildren. Go to Mauritius. Go on a ferry. Read books to your grandchildren at lunch. Tell your grandchildren stories about when you were at Parkview Junior. Go on a submarine. I will miss you a lot.
I am going to miss you so much. I was so sad to hear that you are leaving. Thank you for being such a great principal. Here are some things I think you should do when you retire. Visit the Eiffel Tower, go on cruises, go to the museum, eat chocolates, climb Kilimanjaro, go to the zoo, buy a pet, watch movies.
Dear Mrs. Peter, here is some beauty advice for you. Your beauty is so fabulous. I think you should listen to my advice. You should go and buy some facial creams to keep your beauty going. Buy a new hairbrush. Don't forget to wash your hair twice a week to keep it clean and shiny. Go and get your hair done often and you will always look pretty. Always remember to put makeup on. Your nails are always pretty. I hope you keep them that way. Buy some new clothes to fill your wardrobe.
Dear Mrs. Peter, when you retire, I think you should go to Germany. You can climb a very high tower and you can write your name at the top. You can get a very big pretzel and there are lots of shops for you to shop at. There are lots of luxury hotels. You can see lots of BMW cars. There are sweets like gummy bears and nice popcorn. The plane flight is very long, but you can watch movies and listen to music. I hope you have fun in Germany.
The grade 3 learners have written in appreciation notes, poems, and letters. They will sing Only You.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for extension. Thank you for everything. Thank you for teaching me everything I know. Thank you for teaching me about space in grade 2, Egypt in grade 3, and many more things I know. You are the best. I hope that you will be happy. I will really miss you. Love you. Whatever you do, stay safe. I hope you have fun. Goodbye, Mrs. Peter.
Thank you, Mrs. Peter. You are the best principal. You are a marvelous principal. I love you so much. You have been my principal from grade 1 to grade 3. You have been there for us. You are so good at your work. Wish you all the best. Why do you have to leave? I'm so sad. You say the best things. You are so smart. I hope you will best wishes and lots of love.
Dear Mrs. Peter, I really liked doing extension with you. It was so much fun. Thank you for reading us books and letting us watch movies. My favorite subject was Egypt. It was very interesting. I hope you have a brilliant retirement. I hope you play fun games and read good and interesting books. I hope you enjoy the games that you play. That's all. Dear Mrs. Peter, you are the best principal ever. I will always remember you when I come to school. Your smiles light up the day. You bring joy to everyone at school. You will always be in my dreams. I hope you will enjoy your retirement. I hope you go to bed late and go over the world. Goodbye, Mrs. Peter. Love you, Mom. You are most amazing at teaching. Retiring will be nice. I hope you enjoy it. You are so intelligent and smart and entertaining too. You are pleasant and kind. You are the best. You are an excellent principal and the best at making rules. You are the best person for the school. Exciting, nice, and fun. Please remember your school children. My heart is already missing you. Retiring must be hard. To see you smile makes me happy. Prepare yourself for anything. Everyone will miss you. For talk and talent shows, I say thanks. Evenings and days won't be busy, but remembering you is what we'll do.
The longest serving teachers at Parkview Junior have written a poem for Mrs. Peter on behalf of the staff.
Mrs. Peter, a principal to us, a mother to all, someone on whom you can always call. She always exudes warmth and care, treating her staff gently and fair. She goes a long way to make us feel happy. It isn't often that Mrs. Peter is snappy.
The children adore her manner and flair. Stickers and stars are given with care. Parents always welcome her gentle advice. Guidance she gives that bears no price. Mrs. Peter gives encouragement to us all. She's been there to catch us when we fall.
A chat in the office with secretaries or ground staff will always end in a niggle or a laugh. When any of us panics or loses the plot, Mrs. Peter calms us down and tells us, do not. It's never easy being the boss of a school, but she does it with aplomb and always stays cool.
Goodbye, Mrs. Peter. What more can we say? It's bon voyage, it's anchors away. The office is bare, the staff room is empty, but our hearts are full and you'll always be there. Miss you we will. As we all move on, our hearts forever you have won.
The school will now sing.
Keep
Mrs. Peter, we would like to wish you well with this Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
Can we have another round of applause for Mrs. Peter? Thank you, everybody. Thank you again for everybody who's here today, coming to share this very auspicious occasion with us. Mrs. Peter, now you know how we feel. The final report card for you. A great principal builds characters, inspires dreams, encourages creativity, builds confidence, instills a love of learning, touches our hearts, and changes our lives forever. May I say that you got a 7 for each and every criteria. We are now inviting everybody to have a cup of tea with us and share some special time with Mrs. Peter. The photographer would like the invited guests in the front row to please remain seated. Children, we are going to go out on Mrs. McCall's side, and you are going to go through the aftercare, and that's where you'll find the surprise that I promised you. And I hope you will enjoy that.